Okay, I think I just started the live stream. Looks like there's a bit of a delay. This is, we'll see when people come in when I ask the question here. Very important live stream. A lot of new things I want to talk about. So I'm going to wait for some people to come into the live stream. And then we're going to get going here. All right. Hello, Mess. Can you, nobody's in yet. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Yes, okay, good. I'm always going to ask to double check because you never know. All right, people are coming in now. I'm going to wait for more people. And we're going to talk about some interesting stuff today. Now, there's people that aren't able to come to the live stream, so then if you're, of course, if you're, you want to listen to this whole live stream properly, lots of important information for those especially that are in Power Group Trades but are not able to make it to the stream because of, I don't know, because of time, right? It's the time issues, time differences. Hello, Sarah Vanna, how are you? So we'll let more people come in, and then we'll start talking about the big change in Power Group Trades, and one of then we'll talk about the stocks as well. But what we're trying to do different in this group, and why it's happening, because of natural amazing things that happen along the way. And I thought to myself, we already have an interesting formula. Why not just do more for everyone? Hi, Victor. So in this live stream, I'm going to explain the big change in Power Group Trades, what's expected in Power Group Trades, how to become a member in Power Group Trades, and what's really happening out there. There's a lot of so-called advices and services out, but they don't. There's no passion put into what they do. They're just random picks to them because they don't actually go into the plans, and this is a big problem. And also, no matter even if you tell a person to get into a plan, also psychology of a plan. And of course, another problem is there's too many plans from some people. They're shouting out way too many plans, and the person has to pick. And so when you have, for example, somebody who's putting, I don't know, 10 picks in 2 days or 10 picks a week, and nothing's working in those 10 plans, or maybe something's working on 2 of them, the other 8 they're not, it puts the odds not in your favor. But then they'll talk about their winning trades. So Power Group Trades is very different. Okay, so to become a member in Power Group Trades, first of all, there is no cost. It's free right now. Okay, but what's different about Power Group Trades is it's going to be helping people who want to come into the group, maybe who have small accounts, that then build their accounts, and then they're going to want to be like the other people who've sent gifts to me. So what Power Group Trades is about is for you to make money, and then you, because of out of free will, send gifts. That's a big difference. But what we're going to be doing different is more help inside of Power Group Trades. And of course, in this live streams, I'm going to tell you what you should be doing to help yourself. Because listen, the idea is to get into Power Group Trades because you're serious about making money. And myself, I'm interested in helping you make money in Power Group Trades so that you can send me gifts, dollar bill gifts, just like you're going to see other people who do. But right now, those people who've done, I said to those people, how can you help other people through me. And it's simple. You're showing that you made gains by sending gifts to me. Just empowers everything. It helps everybody succeed. So win-win for everybody. And that means when you can, for example, if there's a month where, you know what, you didn't make that great gains, well, why would you want to send me any money, for example? Gains were subpar. Then we have excellent months. And so it goes by performance too. The better everything goes, right? Which is what we're trying to do. We can never force things, right? We have to, sometimes it's better not to be in the market. So we're not trying to make new gains because nothing wants to confirm. We're waiting, right? So this is going to create, I believe, hello Eric, hello David. So example, Eric, for example, I was, he sent me a total of 8 gifts, eight $200 gifts, and this was done out of free will, for example, right? And so every time he did, I posted. Now I wasn't even doing what I'm going to be doing now. I was really posting plans, but not the support. And a lot of people, I recall when I did the extra stuff, that helped a lot of people out. But like I said, I was trying to. I thought to myself, okay, that would be for the people with service who want to know everything. But I thought to myself, why not? How can we be different than other groups? How can we be different? How can I be different than everything else? Well, I already have that formula. I had people sending me gifts out of free will, and it started by other members who did it, and then I posted what happened, and so we're building a community that the people who send gifts are helping people who can't afford to send gifts, but then those people do well, and then we tell that story, and what that we do is we build how we're so different, compared to other groups out there. Whatever. There's nothing like what we do, and at the same time, you're having the big picture leader helping you. Right? All my experience going, because every plan I make, I told my member, every plan I make is because I want to go. I'm going into those plans. I want to go into them, and I go into my own plans to make the dollar bills, right? Then I make the winning videos for you to study and see for yourself, right? To show other people, but everyone should be looking. Some people didn't take the trades, but you know what? When you don't take the trades and you see what's going on, and then plus Power Group Trades keeps you active, retweets and likes. You're becoming a part of something, right? You're checking stuff. Hello, Mr. Blinn. How are you? You're checking everything. So you see, it's in turn you are learning yourself. You're doing the retweets and likes, so you're witnessing everything yourself, and in turn, when you do well, we're sharing that. So a group member does well, and we're sharing that. Excuse me. We're sharing the excuse me, the gifts. I ate quite a bit today. The gifts, and then the gifts of the actual, the member's name, or an example, or a member, and then other people, they see that the successes off the plans we made, and that's very motivational, I think, right? Because we care about. We don't. You're coming in. You don't pay nothing to do. You pay only. You send gifts because you want to. There's no cost to come into Power Group Trades. Now, some people may never give any. Some people say, "What about? How do we know other people won't give any gains? How do you know?" It doesn't. Because I know that the people who succeed are always. I've found through statistical measurement are very happy to send things out. Out of free will. I told the story of Dinesh. Right, after a great Google win that he held from one of the plans, he made great gains. Sent me a message to Sandro. How do I send you $1,000? How do I do it? You understand? How do I send you $1,000? How? You understand? How? Then I explained it. So he's telling me, I want to send you $1,000. How do I do it? That's not the same as me saying to him, you give me $1,000. Now, what group have you seen or anybody wanting to do that for the so-called guru out there, or so-called guy talking about stocks that say they know what they're talking about? How many? Because there's a lot of people I see out there, they talk, but they don't walk the walk. You know what I'm saying? Like people like the Stock Clown, and I see some other option traders out there that they say this and say that, and then they fail to hold the position properly. There was a BA trade, I'll give you an example, that I was in, that I collected the dollar bills. That guy posted the plan, didn't get into the plan, and then said, if you held the plan, you made money. Well, what good is that if you don't hold the plan? Right? We hold the plan. Everybody knows in my group what I'm saying, what I'm doing about our plans. I've been showing that, demonstrating, holding, when people would think they would to sell. No. I said, we got to hold. It's okay. I give statistical measurement, updated adjustments. Okay? From experience, from my system rules. That in order to make money, you want to make it with skill. Okay? If you're making money, a lot of people are making money by luck. And luck runs out. Believe me. It's like the story of Dan Zanger, where he had made $400,000 and lost it all because he made it through luck. Then he approached it with some skill. It was very easy at the time when he did what he did. It was baby school, baby market times compared to now. But regardless, he went in with skill, and that's where he made the. But the so I don't want to get into things, but I already know how they run things and how people do things out there, but they just claim this ago. Listen, it doesn't matter how much money I make. It's how much money does the member make. See, it works very differently. I talk about, listen, these are the plans we made. Now, if I go and make whatever I make, okay, because of what, but it's a matter of everybody has different account sizes. Somebody says, they know what, we bought 2 Google options, and they were 500. They turned to 4K. They're very happy that they made what they made, that 8K on 2 options. For an example, somebody could afford to get 10 for their account. You know, I told a story about Shia, how many options he bought for GM, for example. You know, not a lot of people are going to put 30K into one plan, into 30K in options in one shot. Watching the options go to 60K 2 days later, that's another story. But somebody else could have been in there, and we're happy to make 6K. Or $600, for example, because they have a smaller account. I had a guy that's in, I don't know if he's in here. I don't know if he's in here, but Celine, I recall him with a $3,000 account. Hello, Trader SB. He had a $3,000 account, and he sent me three $200 gifts. And what I told a lot of people, I keep saying this, but this is a guy with $3,000. It's immensely. It's like somebody with $100,000 sending I don't know, like a couple of $10,000 gifts, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I look at things very differently in perspective of a person, of an individual. And I said to some of my other members, I said, well, how good does it sound that somebody came into the group, had a small account, hello Dexter, had a small account, and now wants to send me a gift? You know, there's a lot of baloney out there. You know, people really think that, there is a lot of work involved in the market. And so what I'm doing, I do all the heavy work, all the heavy lifting. Okay. But then at the same time, a lot of people, I could tell you that I have a lot of experience having people, a lot of people are lazy. They'll never succeed. It doesn't matter if they're following somebody. They don't have the mindset to make money. It doesn't matter if they're told what to do, it won't matter. So the reason Power Group Trades exists is about, okay, listen, you got to learn my system, my idea. You got to read the instructions. You got to do the read-through. You want to be active. You want to be pay attention to the markets. You should come to the live streams. Ask me questions, right? About whatever, how many options you should buy. Obviously, you should go to, if you have to always, depending on your account size. For example, if you have I don't know, let's say a $5,000 account, you can only really go. You can't be playing $2,000 options. You're going to be playing more of the plans if there's something that's with 300 or 200, and you're going to buy maybe 2 of those, for example. And only go in a couple, which is okay, because my plan, since we don't post a lot of plans and our win rate's so high, your odds are in favor as long as you are doing all the right things and you're taking the trades regularly, right? So when you have, for example, somebody has a loss, I'll give you an example. Somebody has a loss, but then they don't take the winning trade. Then they watch the winning trade go and they cry. Oh, listen, people, it's a mental. Again, I give you the tools. I have the experience. This is what people do. Then people also, when things go down, there's very seldom do I buy a pullback. Very seldomly. My strategy is we're buying the confirmation and we're trying to go for the targets, and then we're getting out and going to another one. But we seldomly buy lower. It's rare. It's very rare. It has to be a special, unique situation. Majority of the time, we're taking profits, going to another plane, taking profits, going to another plane, taking profits, going to another plane. Because if you're winning on one, getting into another one, you have money to go into another one because you're winning, you're relieving profits. So it's very doable. The way I do things is I'm winning. If I'm able to post more trades, it's because we're winning. If we're not confirming trades, we're not getting into stuff. Why? Because the market's not in our favor. When my stuff doesn't confirm, there's a problem in the market. That's how powerful my system is. My system, I dial down high probability setups. That's what's unique. Okay, it's not it's something you can't scan for, because I prepare for it better than any scanner out there. There's no, because we're prepared. We already are prepared. It's not by some from that's no good. You want to be prepared, and we need to know everything. Targets. We want to know what we need to look for, and that's the big thing I do to prepare. And people being in my group, seeing the plans, seeing how we're doing the confirmation, seeing my winning videos, it shows this same process over and over with the outcome from the beginning to the confirmation to the end result. Never done before in the history in the market. Nobody's done something like this. I know this because I've been studying this market since 18 years of age. Okay? No computer. I updated charts by hand. Okay? I sweat and bled for this thing. I went through every successful trader went through their ups and downs, through massive pain. From massive pains and constant perseverance comes massive success. Right? So I know what I'm talking about. If I tell somebody you're lazy, you're not going to succeed, I know, because I know what I did to get where I had to go through, and I know the psychological things I went through as well. That's why I designed a system to defeat the psychological, to defeat that. I'd rather do the right thing. As soon as you as soon as you start breaking your rules, you miss out on gains. And I've done the stats on this too. You know, I've done the stats. I just trust me. I've done the stats on this. Let's see if anybody asks me. So, hey, Sandra, what? Amazon right now, we need to wait. I'm not bothering with Amazon. It's too the risk reward is too hard so one thing I do, money flow, is I go focus on something else. You see, I stopped talking about Amazon. I like Amazon, but we're gonna have to wait. There's gonna be other signals in Amazon, but to be honest with you, I don't know. I believe it favors higher prices, and so then we'll have to see what it does, and then if I see there's an entry point, we will look to get in. But we're going to be focusing right now. What's a lot safer is, for example, I really like Home Depot. Okay, the Home Depot, I really like this, but of course we need to wait for confirmation. But today, you see, it did pretty good. Let's see if I see my. You see, we held support, and it's strong still, right? So this sucker, Home Depot, is what I want to focus for the group to get into and catch some nice gains. But we're waiting for confirmation, right? So Home Depot, it pays. It pays the dollar bills. You're looking at a low end 100%. That's because of whatever market conditions, right? But it could produce 200%, and that's the only reason I post the plan. If I post plans, I want you guys to understand this. I post plans that I think can make at least 100% gains. At least. They could do even more, right? But that's the least. And I don't know, people doubling their money, I think it's not a bad thing, right? But we do this within a small selection of picks, so it's very easy for people to get into these plans. Because I dial it in. That's the big difference between me and about everybody else out there. They can't do what I do. I know. The system I developed, how I came up with it, you guys, it's amazing what it is, but it continuously shows me over and over and over again. Even myself, I already have feelings of how things are going to go. I could already tell the way the market acted, way things couldn't confirm that we're going to have. a choppy day, you know, a flat day, and pretty much we did have that. But by the way, I mean, like I said, I was impressed. But I look for what's the positives and negatives, what's going on, because people are seeing one thing, but how is the market acting against certain resistance, and it tells you things. So the market's giving information, brand new information on a daily. That's why if you want to succeed, you got to be paying attention to the market every day, whether you're in or not. You want to know what's going on. You know? And that's how you learn too. So even I tell people, even if you're not going into the plans, whoever it is, you're going to go in. The point is, you're going to go in because you're saying, look, I could have made this much money, I could have made that much money. Now you want to come in, and then you make money, and you want to send me gifts. But already we have people in the group, proven people in the group, that have sent dollar bills. Happy to do so, and that's what I'm about. And this is for help everybody. Listen, we're Power Group Trades for serious people. Okay, now let's talk about how to get into Power Group Trades. Okay, together, people. Quickly, I know, guys. You know, people remember, we want more and more people to get into Power Group Trades. Okay, so see here, there's a pinned tweet. You listen to this video. Okay, it's very simple, and it explains how to become a member. By following the instructions in that video, you become a member to a group that cares for you to make money. But you gotta listen to what I'm saying. If you don't take the time to do it, and I know, see, I already know you failure. I won't accept you in the group. Very few people get into the group. Do you wanna know why? As I said to you, most people are losers. Else, they're gonna lose in life anyways. I don't want them because they can't follow simple baby instructions. You're gonna succeed in the market. Good luck. If PowerTarget Trade tells you you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail. Trust me. I worked too hard to study this. Look at my two passions is health and wealth. Okay, I have been exercising and doing the market since 18 years of age, constantly, every year. You have no, you don't understand. Okay, and I try. And when it comes to the health, I mean, I think that's why I believe especially when good information comes to me, I put in the work and I do the study. You understand? And I do what it takes. People don't do what I do. I know. When I have a work ethic to a specific discipline, I'm unbeatable. Unbeatable. I know, but how I come up with stuff, I know the potential is not even scratched the surface in anything. But then I'm gonna do some shock waves, I believe in that, as I keep doing what I'm doing, my perfecting all the health ways of doing the health stuff. That if you don't do what I'm doing, listen, people think, like I was telling one of my members, that cancer is something that you can just get just by living the lifestyle that's mainstream. I talk about fasting, but then you need to know how to do it, and you want to understand it. So I've eaten many different ways, and I can tell you, I know what I'm talking about when it comes to making money in the market and in health, which is the two metrics. Now, a lot of people with a lot of wealth do not focus enough on their health. They don't invest enough in their health, but they're spending their money on lavish vacations, lavish cars, right? But when it comes to themselves, massage therapist, that costs too much. Forget that. So, you know what I'm saying, people? For example, I've had people complain to me, "Oh, it's too expensive." Well, yeah, because so it's not too expensive to go to the restaurant and eat at a restaurant every week or multiple times a week, and blow $400 or $500 with it, depending on how, or 200 to 400, whatever some people spend, right? Which isn't even, and if they're doing unhealthy and drinking unhealthily and all that stuff, that's okay. But to invest in your health, that you don't want to do. Okay, so good luck to you, right? Then when you're in your 60s or whatever, 65, you barely can move properly, or you don't feel very good. You feel lethargic. It doesn't matter how much money you have. But anyways, let's not talk about the health part anymore. We'll get into that. But that's what I'm about. I'd rather tell my members, you know what? Don't just worry about making money, but also invest in your health. And PowerTarget Trade, I'm trying to help people on both metrics, health and wealth. So everything's work. Everything's what's the word? A discipline, right? There's no quick rich get. Everything takes work. Anybody tells you, especially the market, if you think that it's an easy thing to make, it's no, no. You're looking for something easy, an easy way. No, okay, good luck. You don't wanna take my word for it? Go ahead. Just like people thought they're gonna be people. Some people made money in Bitcoin, for example, and then a lot of people lost it because they thought, oh, it's an easy way to get money, right? And then no one talks about the people who lost all kinds of money, but they talk about some people who made money, and there would be a very small percentage who made money. But that's a whole new, anyways. Bitcoin is something like a new currency. Some people may make money and have made money in it, but the market is something that's been around for decades and decades and decades. And I prefer to make money in something that has been around the longest and requires, again, a skill. Everybody wants an easy way. They think, oh, crypto is much easier to make money in crypto. Now, is crypto easy now? And maybe it was easy for the first year, for example. But then what? Now it's not easy, right? People, for example, so everybody wants the easy way, and there is no easy way. What there is, though, is you need a right way, a strategy, and be focused on what you want. And then, as long as you have the right information, you can achieve it, right? So what better way to hear from somebody who's been doing this and really focused on these two metrics? It's never been done before. And I think it was important. I could tell people, listen, and I do it. People see me. I've made videos. I show that I do what I talk about, and I show the difference of the different years of me, and I educate people. I say, look, I know what I'm talking about. Don't think you hear somebody who doesn't know you. I know. I could talk, if I was to talk with somebody for any, they'd blow them away. They would be like, wow, I didn't know this, I didn't know that, I didn't know that. They didn't think of it. Trust me. I study stuff like you won't believe. That I think is the most important stuff anyways, because with health, you can achieve anything in life. When you have health and you got $20 billion coming to you, you're going to do something with it. You can do a lot with that. And especially you're healthy. If you're sick, think about this carefully. When you're sick, what can you really do with it? Can you enjoy it? Like the example of Steve Jobs that I've talked about millions of times. No matter how much money you could have gave him another 100 billion, it wouldn't matter. In the ground is going still. Right? From the cancer lifestyle, by the way. The cancer came from lifestyle. Constantly eating a stupid diet all his life created the cancer, created weakness in his body. That's as simple as that. It has nothing to do with anything else but in what he put himself through, the stresses and stuff like that. No focus on health. Did he ever do workouts? No. There's so many variables, but if I ask the questions, he's already gone. You understand? He would have lost. Meaning it's all fault of the person's lifestyle. Not knowing. He knew how to make products, okay, that people wanted to buy eventually, right? Eventually, this is what happened. We find he struck it right. It was the right time, right place, right idea, and that's the iPhone. And you understand, people? But everything else he had no clue about. Absolutely clue. You don't eat fruit. That's what you think you're eating a diet of a fruit. Fruit, for example. And you're gonna sustain healthy life like that? Come on now. Anyways, the guy was a lunatic when it comes to his health and other issues. So, wealth without health doesn't equate to anything. It only puts money in somebody else's pocket. Oh, he developed, yeah, but imagine what he could have done if he had his health. Like, people don't realize. What would he have done if he lived a PowerTarget Trade lifestyle where he had the health? So that's why I call big picture leader. I would tell them, listen, I tell these people who have money, listen, invest in your health. You got to work for it, right? It's a lifestyle. You have to put it into your life and know what you're doing. There's people, they don't even know what they're doing. They don't know how to eat. They don't know how to work out. They don't know how to do anything. Oh, I go to the gym. Yeah? People go to the gym. They don't even know what to do. I see people go to the gym. They do nothing. Okay? They don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to, they don't even know. They're not even doing anything properly. They're wasting their time in the gym. And that I can assure you, people. I'm going to tell you right now, 80 to 90% of the people going to gyms don't know what they're doing. No, they know nothing. They're doing absolutely nothing for themselves. They're just going to a gym, or some people, they're going to a gym membership because just so they have it. Oh, I go to the gym, yeah? Now they go to the gym to socialize or go in a steam room. You see me? I go to the gym, you see I work out. You see it in my body, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about from experience, from work, okay? Anybody out there wants to debate me on that, they will lose. Hands down. Too much experience on both metrics. Too much. I have answers for everything. Everything, there's answers. There's an answer to everything. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? There's an answer. So we learn from everything. That's why I do with the market. I pick it apart. I pick it apart. Situations. So you learn from a bad situation to help you for 20 years ahead. I could take what happened, some difficult times that happened due to political issues, but that's a marker, as I explained. That's a marker. I have it statistically measured in my system. Nothing will faze me. All it does, any difficulty, and if you can learn from difficulty, which a lot of people they do not, which I do, it only enhances your ability to make money. Okay? When you learn from difficulty or solving a problem that you may have had a lot of difficulty from because you kept at it with perseverance, you become a very dangerous person. Very dangerous person. That is what I constantly strive to do. Improve, 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 and learn. Because I know my rules, everything that I say, it will work. But you got to keep at it. It's not, nothing's for nothing. Nothing's easy. And PowerTarget Trade, I tell you the facts. I tell you the truth. I'm transparent. Let me see if there's any questions. So I like to, hello group, yeah. I talked about, oh yeah, what wait for price do you see SPY? I get this Amazon. Yeah, right now Amazon, right now I need more information from Amazon. I think Amazon is you know, is definitely set up for higher prices, but you're going to have a stall. You can have a stall week, which is what we've had. When I see when we get we need a proper day, and then I need to assess that with all this a lot of other information. Right now, it's kind of earnings are the 31st. So there's still time, the 31st. So if I see a safe entry, we might be able to get into this and make some dollar bills in Amazon. But right now, we'll be focusing on Home Depot. That one, as I tell you people, that one can pay the dollar bills. Home Depot is when it wants to confirm and it's properly set up. I've had good experience with Home Depot, but when it's not, it has to be set up good. We take our money and we vamos from it. Because, anyways, from experience, I know we go to work, we see how we hit targets, and I decide whether we take all our profits, we try to hold for runners on things. So we always want to take 100% when we can take it, and then hold some runners if market conditions and action is correct, right? And I can't, listen, the market will give us more information. You have to always, that's why I call it adaptive thinking, because you have to take in new information. Every day, the market gives a new information from what you have. And that's what's different about what I do. When the new information comes, I'll give you an example. There was a stock called NKTR, okay? It was a biotech stock. It's a true story here. NKTR. This is a stock, I mean, I'm not, but okay. And I identified the stock, back here. Now, I mean, you couldn't see this now, but I identified the stock. And my targets in the beginning were $40. Well, you could see this killed the targets that this went 5 times. Now, if you notice how fast this went, I identified this, and we went in what from November. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. This is more of a long-term play. This wasn't for options, this was for shares that I did with some, with another member. That's a separate thing for this. And we talked about this plan. Now, I studied this stock, technical, looked for the reasons, and then I gave the signals. The point was they required an additional. It required. Then I was happy for 80, and again it exceeded that. So what I'm getting is that you need to make adjustments based on the new feedback you're receiving, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Because this exceeded my targets, I had to make adjustments based on the new information, and therefore. But then stocks, they reach what's called a thing where they don't and then they just fall out of bed and don't really do anything great. This didn't, this is still much higher from here. But what I'm getting is it wasn't good anymore over here. So people, they fall in love with the stock. It's made you your money. Vamos, I'm gonna go find another powerful mover like this. That's how you make money. because you fall in love with something that, especially this is a biotech stock. So, but considering where it is still, it's pretty impressive. It's still $43 a year later. It didn't go to zero, or like a stock clown thinks stocks do, right? Just like the stock clown, thinks that all stocks are equal. And BA, by the way, is $358 stock, but the clown was shorting it from 200. You see, people, they use what's called failed method. I'm bringing him up quickly, but they use what's called failed methods of thinking. Completely failed method of thinking. My adaptive method doesn't do that. You never fight a market. He fights the market. He keeps shorting. He shorted at 200, 220, 240, kept it going. It was a short. He recommended it as a short. To this day, it still hasn't gone down nowhere near his multiple short targets. Yet he says he has skill. Anyways, people, do you think Apple can make, I don't know. Shirley Lewis, hi, hello everybody. Apple, okay, so let me talk about Apple, because you notice I haven't been talking about Apple, so why is that? Okay, well, basically, Apple's kind of like out of favor. It needs some time, okay? I think this is a good stock and can go a lot higher, but we need to wait for earnings to come in. So as an options play, I don't like it. I haven't been focusing in that. I do have options in case it does take off. I have options in Apple that I'm losing in anyways right now. The February calls that I'm planning, it's a complete, but I'm holding because I could still be able to break even and still turn a profit on them, and that's a high probability. But other than that, it's not my focus. I'm focusing on what's in our favor. So I change. You understand? I don't fight the market. The market says Apple no good for now, temporarily. Okay, and I already know it has potential. But right now, definitely it's been the laggard compared to BA. BA and other stocks we made way more money in, right? So we have to always refocus and adjust. Everybody knows I like Apple, right? I'm a long-term investor. I've said this millions of times, but I understand the concept of it doesn't matter. You gotta. Stock is not acting correctly. It's fails. Time to move on. Time to focus our energy, make our money back through other metrics. You understand? That's how you succeed. You cannot succeed by trying to make the money by doing the same thing. That's not working. Hi, Sandra. Good to see you. Good to see you, Stefan Jovi. Stefan Jovi? I don't recall. You've been around Stefan Jovi. I haven't seen you in here in a while. I should say, or ever. I don't think I've seen you. Have you been here? How many streams have you gone to? How many live streams have you come to? I sent you a message on Twitter the other day. Long time lurker. Okay, so listen, my friend, get yourself into Power Group Trades, because what I'm doing has never been done before. It's like you're getting the help of me as like having an advisor, everybody sees what I've been doing, how I hold every position that I say confirms I'm inside. I want to make money and have my members make money. But at the same time, if we have to get out of something, or I will suggest everything. I will help. I'm going to be giving a lot more. We're going to try this out. Like, what's new is we want people to make money. Okay, what's new here, people? Listen carefully. When you're able to send money because you want to, out of free will, you're sending gifts. You're in a group of people that are trying to help everybody do well. And how do you do well? When you do well, you share that. You send me a gift out of free will, right? Different numbers. Eric, I told you, Eric's $200 8 times. Dinesh, $1,000 example on one shot. That's what he felt like doing, because that's what happened for him. He had the gains to do it. And I didn't tell him, you got to send me money. No. Yeah, you understand? He wanted to do that. That's what we're going to do here. That's what's different, people. I thought about this because it happened naturally. People were doing this naturally. I go, why don't I continue doing this? We work as a group to help other people who are looking for something like this, that will be happy to contribute to the group, doing the retweets and likes, do what's required to succeed, watching the videos, coming to live streams, learning, asking questions, sharing their successes, all under the watch of the big picture leaders, yours truly, PowerTarget Trades Central. Understand what I'm saying, people? I mean, it's a great idea. Recently released RTG in 6 stores. Well, it's pretty simple, Mohammed. It's not. It's really a service that I post the plan. Listen to me, my friend. You gotta listen. Go to the pin tweet video. Listen to it. It's going to explain it. You got to take some time to study. But believe me, if you do what I tell you, you'll understand, and you're going to join a great group. You understand that people send me money out of free will, Mohammed. You understand? Like I receive lots of great dollar bills from people out of free will. I said to myself, why don't I continue doing it that way instead of dividing myself up, you know? And so it's basically, I'm here to help you succeed. But if you don't listen to my instructions, yeah, watch my videos. That's right. Listen to me. My created playlist. Watch all the win. Listen to me. You watch them. You know why? Every time you'll see the theme of what's going on. Okay, you understand that. Then become a member side of Power Group Trades. It's free. I want you to succeed. You know what I want from a person that has a small account? I have people with small accounts. I want you to say, Sandro, how do I send you some money? I made some great gains. I want to send you $100, whatever, $200, whatever it is, because I want to. And guess what? I want to share that you did that and inspire other people to do the same. Out of free will, because you made money. If you don't make any money, you don't send me any money. Is that a fair deal? And then if you do it if you want, it's up to you. Right? But if you wanna help other people, that's what you want to do. The honesty. You know what? Some people are gonna want to send a couple of $1,000. Why? They made a lot of money. For example, it varies. There's gonna be times you send no money because we didn't do so. We didn't do enough. You didn't make enough money or whatever. You maybe missed something. You didn't maybe follow whatever it is. But then when you do well, you want to share it so you inspire other people to say, you know what, I can do well too inside of Power Group Trades. But you got to work. You got to do the, if you're not doing the retweets, you're not listening to the videos, you're not, listen, I worked hard. What do you think this came to me for nothing? I sweated and I bled and I died and I studied hours and hours, hours and hours, and I was happy to do so, by the way. It was like a passion. I wanted to solve problems. Why? I said, why is this? Why is it? And I figured some amazing things out. Now I came up with a visionary alliance system, which you have to understand how to use, which I go over with. I have a group specific members who invested to work with me one-on-one, and we spend hours every week talking about the plans I'm going to come up with and why and this and that. We put passion in our plans. These other people are fake. They can't even get into their own plans. They miss them. I caught the guy in action. He missed BA. I focused on BA. I caught the gains of BA. He did not. Why? Not focused. Just blab their mouth. It's easy to blab, but you gotta want to do. And that's why I focus, guys. You understand? It's focused. And I've done the studies. I have people who've invested in me. I see when they do the rules, follow my rules, they make the most money. It never fails. It never fails. The minute you let emotions take over, you won't receive the maximum gains. You won't. Emotions are a killer. You got to use this skill, heart, and you got to have a lot of confidence. And when you have confidence and understand the big picture, you will succeed. And there's nobody out there doing this. I'm bringing a very different view and passion to this thing. And then again, I'm also trying to tell getting to understand I'm going to be doing more health stuff, but the health is so important. So now you're making the dollar bills. Are you investing in your health? Are you spending time on your health? I tell people. Because don't come crying to me when you're not enjoying yourself when you're older, or you're not really functioning the way you should, or you're moving like an old man. Because you could be 60 years old and still move around like you're 20. Don't think people think that 60 is old. It's old if you live the wrong lifestyle. Yeah, you're going to be old at 60. Take the actor. I know he's not the best example, but he's an example. Sylvester Stallone, 72 years old, still he still has he makes young people. Mind you, he has some things that help him out, but regardless, you still have to have a passion. I'm not saying to do what he does. What I'm getting is an example is that there are people in their 70s, 80. They're moving very well and they're speaking, and they're not even doing half of what I've come up with. Like I would be superior to those guys at those age. Superior. Matza. You understand? They cannot compare to PowerTarget Trade. And with more knowledge and health comes more a powerful wealth. But a wealth of health and thing, it's unmatched. And what your mind can come up with. A mind is a powerful thing. There's no limits to what a mind can do. You know, who would have thought that Amazon, Jeff Bezos, would be the richest man in the world from Amazon? Amazon in the year 2000 was a $56 stock. But the mind and the persistence, perseverance can do anything. It's worth untold numbers. Untold. It's up to the individual. And again, all the money in the world, you know, doesn't mean anything. Okay, are you a swing trader? No, I'm. Sometimes we get into trades, Mohammed, that we're more swing. We try to hold positions. So sometimes our positions are short because we make great gains. You know, it could be even, you know, sometimes you're collecting 100% in one day, and then you're holding runners and for the third day and you're out completely. Depends on the stock. And sometimes we've done some trades where we had to hold for a couple of weeks. So I am kind of like, it's more swing. I don't like I like to catch, and again, that answer, you would figure that out if you studied what I told you. Oh, stock market investing, how are you? How are you? Keep the video. Yeah, I'm doing something very different. You should get inside my group, stock market investing. Get inside my group, you know. That way you can share people my stuff. You should get inside my group. You know, see for yourself. You know, what do you got to lose? Only more improvement, right? That's all I can tell you. Yeah, it's yeah. Now Discord, you know, now that's something that might happen, but right now, it's going to work. The system simply works that the Twitter, I post the plans in Power Group Trades, and then I post confirmation. But the plans, they prepare you, so then you're looking for to hit the numbers or what I'm saying, and then you're also waiting for me to say the confirmation, which I've been doing this. But at the same time, I'm also going to be giving more suggestions and more because the market's been very difficult, and more better than a certain look at real stuff, helping prepare you mentally and learning from what I say in the group about how we're handling the situation. I've demonstrated why we got to hold when, you know, with the support numbers, more education. Yeah, right. That's what it is, you know, and it's for this, Pavel, that when you do well, you want to send a gift. Why? Because if you're doing well, you want to let people know, you know what, I sent Sandro, for example, $200 or whatever, $400 because of whatever. And I would say that. And what it does is the group it motivates the group to other people who have maybe not succeeded, and then they want to study harder and they want to get involved more. And the live streams are here to help too. I talk about situations or whatever. So the live streams people are going to be like a meeting. And it's also to help new people come into the group. I think it's going to be very powerful. When you help other people succeed, more power. Like when you do good, I've always said this, when you do good, good comes your way. And it's true. It just naturally comes your way. So why do I need to charge a fee to get into my group? That to me limits a person. It's not a good system in my opinion. That's why I want to do something totally different. The person who wants to come into my group, they're making the decisions because they want to get in themselves, because they understand. Okay, and then your odds increase because you understand why you're doing something. You're not just because I tell you to do something, but you understand it, you witness it, and it grows in your mind mentally. That's why I make the videos. The videos, they show, and I talk about it because we were in them, and it's documented over and over and over and over and over again. Because that's how I am. That's why I decided to do it this way, because I go, how do I do what I do when I see everything I see wrong out there? You know, I see fakeness and baloney, and I was doing it automatically in Power Group Trades, I realized. I go, why don't I just do everything? Why don't I just do way more than you know? and then the people will share their gains. The point here, people, is we want you to make gains. See, I don't want you to come in my group and be a lazy bum, right? You don't have to send me anything, but you want to contribute. You want to be doing the retweets and likes. You want to be able to do well so you can. So we don't want lazy bums. We want people who want to succeed. You got to work, right? There's no rush, but you want to, you know what I mean? You want to be with the market. You want to be looking. Oh, Sandro just posted something on Twitter. Let's retweet it. Let's share it. Let's let other people know, right? Because there could be a person just like you that sees that thing, that sees that particular thing, and they say, you know what, what's this guy about here? I want to join. This is very unique, right? Not every people gonna. It's still going to be a small group of people compared to, there's so many people. Like if I grew a people of 300, for example, that to me would be huge still. But that's still a small amount of people. But in reality, there's not a lot of good quality people out there. They're very lazy people, not destined for success, too lazy to do anything. They want a quick buck. They're never going to make any money. And then their health, well, never mind, even if they make money, they don't even know nothing about their health. Meanwhile, they have the big picture leader that could help them on both metrics. And I've had a guy say to me, Sandro, why don't you make more videos? You really motivated me. Due to time, I just, those videos I really don't like making. To be honest, it's not my favorite thing to do. I like the topic, but it's not my favorite thing to do. And to do the stocks and the stuff, it takes so much of my time. I thought but I will do something, I will do something. It's just a time thing, people, it's just time. And again, I'm about health. I'm not going to do something that I'm not going to stress myself out, you know what I mean? So I'll always find a way when I have the time, but I know that I motivated people. And that's the difference that I'm talking to people on two metrics, okay? I'm going to help you make money, but don't be dumb, and don't take care of your health, because that's a big mistake. And it's all around people, but some people keep dismissing it. They think, no, it's not going to happen to me. Nah, not going to happen to me. Believe me, it's not going to happen to me. You know why? Because I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want to end up sick and all. I don't want that kind of lifestyle anyways. I don't want people to come to visit me in a hospital or something like that, which a lot of people end up to. No, that's not life. That sucks. I'm going to be vibrant guy. Jumping, kicking. If I have to box the stock clown for a couple of $1 million for people for entertainment purposes, I have the strength and the ability to do that. Well, he wouldn't. I would win right away, right? So see, health keeps paying you the dollar bills, and you're feeling good and happy. For example, people, stock clown didn't like that one. Right? You're so kind and giving. So thank you, GB. Yeah, I think you were sending me a few people. Sometimes they wanted to send me gifts that even though they haven't been traded, they wanted to send gifts just because to show me how serious they are. I'm telling you, people, I already know that we are going to do something very serious, and it's going to be slow process. But you know what? It's going to be powerful because I know what will happen. I really have a big picture mentality that this idea will bring the right kind of people that are going to help a lot of people that they wouldn't have been able to do the same thing. Because it's free and all you got to do is follow rules, it opens up the doors for no excuses now. And then you take action because you understand. And then you making money, you want to send gifts and share that. And then I tell that and other people see that and they say, wow, this guy with this experience, I want to tell the story. Listen, people, we want to tell the truth. We want to tell people the facts. Good or bad, right? Because sometimes we've had things that are not work out. But the reality, you got to keep going at it. We'll always succeed. The win rates are always going to be higher than the losing rates. And you got to think of your life 5 years on the line, 10 years on the line, right? And you get better at it. As you are in the group and you're listening to me, you start to have that mindset. You already have that. You start to even feel stuff. Believe me, you start to know. You know what the straight. But if you're not doing it, if you're not taking the time, and another thing I want to tell you, people, most of the best trades they happen within the first hour. That's it. Reality, if it doesn't confirm the first hour, you don't really need to bother with it most of the time. To be honest with you, the best trades statistically, and I'm telling you this from experience, and I said this how many times, it's till this day, it still remains a fact. The first hour of trading. So you got to pay attention to the market, the first hour of trading. And then, of course, sometimes you got to pay attention to something because we have to work at it because the market's being a little difficult. And then we're looking at supports because we want to still hold a position. That's a little different. But then all you got to do is specifically put a stop loss somewhere, stop loss, if you're not able to watch, and then a reasonable stop loss in case. Many times, if it held support, you come back and you're seeing you're in gains. I had BA go against me several times, only to go back for me because I held support, for example. And so, anyways, people, lots to learn, and you learn from how this trade goes in the way. It's you learn from everything. That's why you want to watch all the videos. You learn from. Believe me, you learn from them. Never has anybody done something like this, and they never will. Life is like a tennis match, Sandra. You will lose a lot of points, but it's all about winning the last. Well, in this case, no. You do need to be. But I've created a system where one of my what's different. What I do is some people ask me why not get into Netflix? Well, because Netflix didn't meet my criteria, and other stocks were better performers, in my opinion, that would be in a better odds for us. So I will always choose that. Like, I'm not going to get into everything. I only get into something when I see the odds are really good and stacked in our favor. But then it has to confirm, though, because if it doesn't confirm, there's something wrong, right? Because the market then gives an update. If the market doesn't want to confirm something that it's saying, something has changed, right? Why didn't it confirm? Well, we got to find out, right? How is it holding support? So we have to always adapt. That's why I talk about adapting. You can't be concrete thinker. Oh, it has to do this. No, it doesn't have to do anything. So if a plan fails, what do we do? Do we go in more? No, we leave it alone, sweep it under the rug, go to another plan, which will pay us the dollar bills. Or, like I said, we don't get into that plan. We could have a plan, and DE we never confirms, for example. We don't go into DE. I'll have another plan for us in case if I find something better than the DE, that'll be the one we'll focus on. And DE, forget about DE. For example, always adapting and thinking. I don't stick to a thing. Just like Apple, I haven't been making any new plans of Apple. Why is that? Because it's not in favor enough. I found better positions for us, better stocks. What time is it? Okay, so listen, people. I think this is a good meeting because I want to really keep my meetings to an hour. I think I said a lot of great information here. And this was more of a meeting for the group. Some new people asked some questions. Listen, people. There's a pin tweet video on PowerTarget Trade. Watch it. It explains how to become a member. Just listen to what I tell you. If you follow the instructions, and I spent time to make the video. Now, if you can't spend time to listen to the video, and it takes me more work. If I make a video, okay, think about what I got to do. I got to make a video. I got to edit the video. I got to upload the video. I got to write about the video. It takes me a lot of work to put a video out, okay? Video, I mean, I'm fast at it now, but I'm saying there's a lot of steps. A video doesn't just go, I don't just upload a video. I have to put in a software. I have to put my intro. I have to do my, I have to fix it up. I have to fix things, like put the intro videos. You have to go into an editing software. Then you need to decode it so that YouTube can allow me to put for its format. I don't just upload a video. There's work to be done to make a video, So if I make a video that explains how to become a member and you can't take the time to listen and follow instructions, did you follow me? How are you going to be successful in life? You're going to be a big L in life. You know what a big L is? Big loser. I don't want a loser person. I want someone who cares, has passion in life, that wants to succeed, that appreciates something different out there. Because there's nobody I know there's not very few people will have the heart that I do what I'm doing and saying the way I'm saying. They don't have it. I know. Everything I got in life, I had to pull hard for it. Nobody was as giving as I am when I talk about information. No one does it like me. But I had to get it. I had to really work hard to get it. So I know this. That's a statistical measurement. I know. So if I tell you that, I know you. There are very few people there are people out there that are very giving of information. They're very helpful. But they are a dime a dozen. Believe me, I know this from experience, from dealing with. There were always some good people, but there's a way fewer good people that are trying to help out. There are. But they're few. Thanks for all the hard work. Yep. Mohan, I talked to Mohan. Good night, Stefan Jovi. Yeah, Sandra. Yeah, good night. Mohan, yeah. Now, if you guys, people coming to the live stream late, just listen to the live stream. It's a lot of great information in there. Honestly, it's all helpful. Everything I'm saying, you've got to. If you're not gonna, you have to listen to what I'm saying. You have to put in some effort and some study and understand how you succeed in life without understanding anything. You just can't. There's no way you succeed. You can't. Thanks, Sandro, the big picture leader with a big heart for the people. Another great live stream. Thank you very much, Mr. Bling. And that's what we want. We want the right kind of people inside this group, people. Remember to like the live streams, right? Always do as much as you can to help get the message out to other special people. It's for the special people. There are a dime a dozen out there. For every 100 people, we're lucky to get 5, or for every 101. But there's millions, right? So for every 101, so you know what I'm saying? For every 1,010, so 5,000 people. But then if there's 50 amazing people that come out of that 5,000 people that see information and that then come into the group and they succeed, they're becoming new members and they succeed. What a powerful story and momentum we have. Nobody's going to do it the way I'm doing it. And it's going to be very well documented. And you guys are going to witness it and let people know about it. And best of all, it is free. I'm not worried that I won't get money. I know that people won't give me something. I already know that that's not the case. That's why I decided, why do I have to charge anybody anything? Don't have to worry about that. That's how confident I am of my system and my rules. Don't have to worry. The person will, listen, I know from experience. I told the story, like example of Dinesh is a great example, and Eric as well. A lot of other examples, but those are really key. Those are because the difference was the way Dinesh did it at the timing of it was really amazing. And then plus the amount of it, right? And then Eric, of course, was done. He never even tell me he sent it. He just did it automatically. I think he found out how, and then he would just send, and I would go look at my thing, and someone's, and hey, oh, it's Eric, and it shows the name and everything. So, and I go, he didn't tell me he's sending me anything, and then I always, I always let people know, and I posted that stuff at the time. So that's what we're gonna do, people. More help. We want you guys to succeed. When you succeed, I know good things come my way, and you're gonna learn from your mistakes by not following the rules or whatever. I'm gonna try to help everyone do very well. And I've been doing that extra mile I've been going in January to showcase that. And every plan that I was in or talking about holding, like the Amazon when it popped to 1,700, we were in that. But for those options were at $400, close to 400, remember? And then we got the 2,200. I know, because I'm inside it and I made the money and I was happy. Ching. I had the options in that. Not a lot of options, but I had the option, and then I really was happy because I did all the right things. And we made money with skill, not with fear. And that's the big difference, people. That is how you make the big bucks. When you're consistently able, and we're able to do that consistently, when you're able to make money with skill, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. But not luck. Luck, a lot of people make it with luck. Luck runs out. Believe me, people, luck runs out. All right, people. This is a very good live stream. Make sure to like the live stream. Always like the live stream. And see you guys next week in the live stream. And get yourself decided Power Group Trades and listen to every word that I said in this live stream. Because, believe me, it comes from the heart. I know what I'm talking about. I put in the work. It's my passion, these two things. And I'm sharing that passion, man. I'm telling people. I mean, it's just that. And that information came to me, and everything that I came through difficult. I went through difficult times, but that's how you become better. When anything is easy, comes easy to you in life, but when you work hard for something and you get it, after you work hard for it and and people recognize it, such a great satisfaction and empowerment that comes, but nothing comes easy. Nothing ever does. And many people, they just break under a little bit of pressure. They just break. And you can't succeed that way. Hello, Edwin. But you should write a book, Sandro. Yeah, well, that's not my writing a book isn't my you never know, who knows, it's not my thing. What I do enjoy is I don't mind doing these live streams and talking to people and posting the plans. That's what I've noticed I enjoy doing. There's certain things I like to do and certain things I don't. So why not do what you like to do? I like making plans and helping people make money because I'm in my own, and then the health stuff too. I mean, I'm always into that. Those are my passions. But writing a book is not something that I care to do. I don't. It's not about making like. Sometimes it's not just about making money. It's about doing something you like, and then if money will usually come its way due to you success from it, right? But it doesn't come from wanting to make money. It comes from just wanting to do something. I knew that when I was 18 years of age, I knew that going just to work alone, it wasn't going to be enough. I knew you needed to have other ways of making money, and I started investing at 18 years of age, right? But back then, we would get things in the mail, and I happened to see a guy named John DeSauer. A little quick story. And I made my first investment, and it doubled for me, and that's when I got hooked. But I didn't know anything about the charts back then. I just took the advice of somebody that's probably not around anymore. It was John DeSauer. He had a newsletter, and it was Bally's Entertainment, and I bought it for 13, and it went to like in a year or so. I think it doubled in a year or so or more. But then Bally's Entertainment then changed to Hilton. But then these stocks are like long gone. I don't even know if they even exist anymore. I don't know if Hilton even has this. But I know this was once called. This is Hilton Worldwide Holdings. I haven't looked at the stock in a long time. But man, wow, it's wow, it's up. It's had some nice moves. I wonder if this is the same one here, monthly chart, that they have a split. Yeah, this must have split it or something. Or maybe this is a different company because, yeah, this is something else. That when I'm thinking about maybe doesn't exist anymore. Because I remember this stock was a $13 stock, and I don't see any history of it. And it was out when I looked into it. I was investing way back in here, way back, way back in around this time frame, which it has no data. So something happened. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe one day, Edwin. I'm still working on you know a different metric now, which is time doing something fully, perfectly. I already know the science behind it, but what I know is there's too many different opinions, and the only way to know the truth is by doing things. And the true experts are the doers, not the people who write information only. They don't know nothing. They know how to talk, but they don't do. You gotta do. You can't just talk. Anyways, people, have a good night. And get yourself inside of Power Group Trades, and don't forget to like the live stream. Good night, people. Good night.